What does that have to do with a Galapagos gargoyle named Howard Stern that flew in from Long Island and became a huge talk sensation? What do you think
Yeah,
of what do you think of How Weird?
I never ever saw where the fascination was with this guy. He was boring. I used to turn on his radio show in the morning when I used to work at work, and it was just nonsense, just rambling on and babbling on and getting into sex and dirt and nothing that. That's all he feasted on was sex, perversion, dirt constantly. No intelligence there. Uh, Once in a while, he had this idiot that would, what was that guy's name? John, Stuttering John. He'd make a prank call. His version of a prank call was calling somebody on the phone and going, "Baba booey, baba booey." I mean, it takes brains. It takes brains. Why don't you just go in the KB Toy and Hobby and sit on the floor and play with a Matchbox card? I
Yeah,
mean,
why don't you go jump in Adam West's back cave and go to sleep?
Adam West's back cave.
Yeah, that would have been better, right?
Yeah.
That guy was a freak, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Stuttering John. That takes a lot of talent to do that, doesn't it? Call somebody and go, Baba Booey, Baba
Who was he
Booey.
impersonating? Bon Jovi? I mean, that's how Bon Jovi sings. Baba booey, baba
Yeah, that's about it,
booey,
right?
baba booey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's pathetic. And he used to have other people like that, different, like who do you have on there? I don't know. He had like 3 or 4 other, 5, 6 other characters that used to do goofy things.
Yeah.
This show's awful, man. Come on. And you had
It's,
that dope. What was the other show? It was big. Opie and Anthony, or whatever.
yeah.
That's that nonsense.
Yeah. I
I
actually.
think they got thrown off the air because they had somebody photograph these two people, tape these two people in a church having sex. I mean, how low rent is that, right?
Yeah. This is really low rent.
Right.
You keep sex in the bedroom.
Yeah,
You don't. You
exactly.
don't go into people's personal lives and videotape somebody having sex.
Not in a church.
Especially in a church, you don't put stuff. A
A
church is a
church,
sacred
yeah.
place. You don't put stuff on the internet about this kind of stuff. You don't talk about what you do with your wife. We don't. I don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. I mean, it's like it stays in the bedroom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
that's where it
go.
stays.
Right.
We don't want to hear about sitting out at some barbecue, drinking 5 beers, and telling your friends about your wife and
Well,
your
with a
personal.
Kentucky Rib Muncher.
Yeah, about some extra cheese and onions monsters escapades with his wife in the bedroom. Now
Yeah,
we'll
there you
save
go.
that. So why would I want to hear some Cucamonga from Long Island talking about it on a radio
Yeah,
show?
Chumbawanga, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
How about the interview with Ian Anderson?
Yeah, when he was talking about
Yeah.
aqua gun, aqua lung.
And he says to Ian Anderson, I don't want to hear the new stuff. I want to hear the old stuff. And Ian Anderson goes, what, a Quai
Yeah. Well, actually, the album's Aqualung. He was making fun of it by saying Aqualung.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
Aqualung, to me, is actually a classic album because I was a kid when it came. It is a good album. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, absolutely.
it's legendary. But Howard Stern just got lucky on that one just by saying, "Well, I like the old stuff better than the new stuff." Actually, there was stuff that was after Aqualung that was good. And Songs from the
before
Wood, and how come he didn't mention Songs from the Wood? That was an
those
excellent
albums
album.
before, there were a lot.
That's what I mean.
Good.
But he's
Benefit,
trying to
Stand
say
Up,
no. But he's trying to
This
say that
Was,
things
stuff.
after it weren't any. The
Yeah.
newer stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
Songs from the Wood was a great album. Yeah, Thick as a Brick was a great album. That's a classic. Stuff like that, absolutely. Yeah. Then Howard had his famous thing with what was it, Keith Emerson. When ELP were on there, he's like saying to Keith, lighten up. Well, at that point, Keith had just had hand surgery, so he wasn't really in the mood to be, doing slapstick comedy with Howard or whatever nonsense that was going on there. That was another whatever.
Yeah, these people, first of all, if you're going to pick somebody to conduct an interview with one of these legendary rock musicians or artists, you don't want to pick Howard Stern. You don't want to pick Good Morning America. Here's what I have to say about that. That's Good Morning America, and what's that guy's name? I don't know. He's a nice guy.
Charlie Gibson?
No, the other one with Kathy and Regis Philbin, I think. Well, don't get me wrong. Regis Philbin's probably a nice guy.
Kathy Lee's not on there anymore. It's Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa.
Yeah.
By the way, Kelly Ripa grew up not far from here where I live. It's in Berlin, New Jersey. It's about 30 miles from here, and I used to work with a lady who used to go over her house for dinner. But that's not the point. The point is, it's just like, these people do not know how to interview a musician like that. They're not knowledgeable enough.
No, it's, most of the media doesn't have any clue about interviewing entertainers.
They wouldn't know how to interview the Archies, you know? I mean,
it's just...
They'd probably ask them what airliner they flew on when they were on tour, or what they ate when they were on board the airliner. That guy ain't going to do with music.